Hello, this is Miss Gooch, and I am here to talk to you a little bit more about the Lasso tool that I showed you in class, and just as a little reminder, reinforcement for you to work on. I do have this carrot file. If you would like to download it, I will put it on Google Classroom. But what I want to do is I'm going to show you about the Lasso tool, which are this little tool right here that looks like a lasso, and it's nested within two other lasso tools that I'll go over in another video. This is just a regular lasso tool. It is considered a selection tool or a marquee tool. So when I select something, what you're going to see is the marching ants border, and that means that anything inside the selection can be edited and everything outside can be it's protected. So I could change this to purple if I wanted to, or I could go back to my move tool and cut it out. I could even copy it, but I'm not going to do any of that for right now. That's just things that I want to show you how to do. But what I'm going to do is take the lasso tool and I'm going to select just the orange parts of the carrot and leave out the shadows and the green stem. Now, because it is a selection tool or a freehand selection tool, I have to hold down my mouse the entire time. So this does get a little tedious, and then I'll show you how ways to correct it. Now, it does take a lot of practice to do this correctly, but I can also kind of do the best I can just using my mouse. I'm not using a stylus, so I'm not making such a great selection. I'm doing okay right now, but then I am kind of missing some parts. But I'm going to show you how to add and subtract from the selection to make it so you can really get a fine-tuned part of your selection. I kind of am messing up, losing that. Now when I let go, it's just going to snap to the beginning. And you can see here as I zoom in where I have missed some parts, like right here, or I have put too much white in. So it's easily corrected by going back to the lasso tool. And if I want to, say, add this orange selection, I'm going to be in the lasso tool inside my marquee, and I'm going to hold the shift button down. And as I do, you're going to see a plus sign next to my cursor. So I'm going to start from the inside, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag out and around to all the parts that I want to include, and then back in. And it's going to snap to that area. So I can go around and do that with each one of the orange parts. Again, holding down my shift button to get a plus sign, to add pixels, holding down my mouse button, starting from the inside, go out and back around. And then I am able to add all the little parts that I did not get on my first attempt freehand. So I can go back around and do all of that, which can be tedious, but it works. But now let's focus on the areas that I need to get rid of the white space. So now I'm going to delete these pixels, which the opposite. I'm going to use the Alt button. Start from the outside. The Alt button will give me the negative sign. So I start from the outside, go in, around, and back out. And then I'm able to go around and delete the pixels that I don't want. And that is basically it. So what you can keep doing is just going around, adding or deleting, shift button add, starting from the inside and going out and back in. And you can really make a really detailed selection by using the Alt and the Shift after you have made your initial selection. Whenever you have a situation like this that is separate from the selection, if you just again use the Alt because you want to delete it and just make a rough little selection around it, it will get rid of all of those. So then I can just kind of keep going in like so. And then as I zoom back out, you can see, well, I still need to get that little one part adding to it. Now I have, for the most part, my carrot selected, which is not bad. And then I can take that and I can copy it and I can paste it. And it's going to paste it into a new layer so that if I look at it, you can see now that I've just gotten the carrot selected versus the drop shadow and the green parts. And that is the end of it. So remember, Shift adds and Alt subtracts in the Lasso tool.